So in this video, we're taking a look at our polynomials unit, just reviewing what we've learned so far about polynomials and their graphs in class. So we're looking, this is just a checkpoint, it's not for a grade, it's just to see what you know and what we still need to review. So it's a checkpoint to let me know what you're doing and to let you know what you still might need to review. So, what do we know so far? Okay, we've talked about lots of different parts of polynomial graphs in class. We've talked about min and max and so forth. I don't want to give too much away because I want you to make a list right now of all the key features that you might see on a graph. So if I gave you an equation and asked you to graph it, what specifically am I looking for you to label? So just take a few seconds here, maybe about 30 seconds, and make a list. If you don't get quite finished, that's okay. Just list as many things as you can of what you would label. Okay, finish up that list. Even if you're not quite finished, that's okay. Just leave what you have and you'll check it against our class list here. So, what do we know? As a class, we've gone over zeros and roots, x-intercepts. Those are where they cross the x-axis. Minima and maxima, the high and low points of our graph, our valleys and our hills. The degree, the highest exponent from our equation. Domain, all the possible x values for our graph. Our range, all the possible y values for our graph. If our function is even or odd, based on its degree. And also its y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis. So one thing you're probably asking yourself, well, that's a lot to remember. What if I don't know? Okay, so that's okay. So what we're going to talk about now are the things that you absolutely must have. This is a comprehensive list of everything you should have, but what we need to zero in on are the zeros, the roots, the x-intercepts. Okay, that's the number one important thing that we'll need. We also need those min and max, right? Those are very important. And also you will need the domain and the range. So if you can't remember this entire list, all right, there's 4 things you need to remember. Where the zeros are, where it crosses the x-axis, the min and the max, okay, the low points and the high points, the domain, all the possible x values, and the range, all of our possible y values. All right, so compare your list to our list. How did you do? All right, most of you probably got most of the key features, and that's okay if you didn't, because we're going to try it now. So looking at our list, remember our important things here. We've got the zeros where it crosses the x-axis, the min and the max, so our valleys and our hilltops, the high points, and our domain and our range. Those are the 5 things that we're needing to focus on, and we're going to practice identifying in this graph right now. So just on your own, take a look at this graph and write down the zeros, again, where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, so there are 4 there that you're looking for. There is 1 minimum here at the bottom. There are 2 maximums. And then our domain, you're looking at the left and right of the graph, and the range, you're looking from the bottom to the top. So write that on your own and we'll check those as a class.